Prayer to me is a two-way conversation between me and God. I talk to him like he's my friend.
Prayer to me is a time where I can come to God and tell him what's on my heart or on my mind.
Prayer has honestly always been a personal struggle for me.
Prayer for me is really difficult.
Prayer is one of the best and most personal ways to connect with God.
It's just me and God talking, and it's me telling him how I feel and what I've been going through.
And we can have a real, genuine, honest conversation.
And with God, he's not here physically with us. He's with us, right? But he's not physically with us, and we don't always hear a response right away.
And I think a lot of times we think of prayer and we think of it as this certain way that we have to do it, and just alone and praying to God and just fancy words.
I've kind of struggled with giving everything to God and remembering to pray constantly.
And that's something that I really struggle with prayer. It's so interesting, just sitting in your room and just praying to nothing, it feels like. I've really had to train myself to set aside time to pray with God, to really focus on him and listen to what he's saying to me personally.
So a way that I have gotten better at that is I started a prayer journal. And that means I text my friends, text my family, ask people how I can pray for them. I write it down, and each night I open that journal and I pray for these people in my life that I care for.
Prayer can be in any way in our form of prayer. We can pray just as we're walking through the hallways. We can talk to God, just little prayers.
I've had to think of it a lot more as a friendship with God. It's not something that I'm working up to perform to him. He loves me for me.
God doesn't expect anything complicated out of me. He expects me to come to him with all I'm going through. It's the simple things that make God happy. So prayer to me is just a conversation where I can be vulnerable with God.
Then that really just brings a sense of peace, and then we don't have to worry about it. And all the little things that we go through throughout our day, just little insecurities and anxieties, we can put those aside and we can give those to God because we trust him.
Prayer is really important. It's something that God has given us to communicate with him. So I think that that's really important, to have a strong prayer life.